Hello everybody, welcome to a new Minecraft video. That's right, a Minecraft video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so please bear with me if I mess up or anything, because yeah, it's been so long. And this isn't a typical video. I normally make data packs, but this is a redstone circuit I made, which I haven't done one of these for a really long time. Basically, I'm going to be showing off a circuit that carries an analog signal over long distances. So if you don't know already, an analog signal kind of carries the power value that redstone is. So this is 15 redstone dust blocks long. If I press the third button here, by the time it gets to this comparator, it's going to be a strength of 3. And so we can carry that, and it will show power of 3. And to carry these signals, you have to use comparators. And it kind of has to be pretty tight because even if we added one more extra redstone dust, it would decrease in signal, and we wouldn't be preserving that 3. So typically, carrying these signals are kind of expensive. This is typically what I do. I don't think there's, like, I don't know, a way that's faster using comparators doing this. Like, it's just alternating comparator, block, redstone, block, comparator, block, redstone, block, and it keeps going. So, I was trying to put together a minecart control system for a server that me and my friends are playing on, and I started working with like a Morse code type deal, and I figured out that the circuit actually carries analog signal over long distances really well. So, for example, I'm going to hit 2 here, and when I come over here, it's going to be 2. And you notice that there's no comparators over this line between the transmitter and the receiver. So even very long distances like this, if I hit like 8, let's fly over there quick. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I carried that over this line in, I don't know, faster than it'd be having comparators running all that way. And a lot less expensive redstone-wise and time-wise, because it takes time to place all these. So, how does it work? So here is the transmitter circuit. Basically, like I said, it's Morse code. Actually, let's start at the receiver circuit, because that's what I built first. So basically, there is a redstone, 2 comparators in here, and it's like a timer. So essentially what this circuit is doing is that it is timing how long this redstone signal is on for coming into it, and based on how long it is, it assigns a value. So I'll show you right here. A really short value, like 1, you'll see it turn on and off really fast, and it knows 1. But a little bit bigger value, maybe like 6, it's on for a little bit longer, and knows 6. And a really long value, 15, which is the maximum, it's on for a while. Once it turns off, 15. So, yeah, I don't know if I have the proof of concept anymore. It was a really big, ugly circuit that I put together to basically, when a redstone signal comes in, it starts a timer, and then when it stops, it freezes the timer where it's at and just figures out the output. So I'll kind of draw up a little draft what I started with. Okay. So this is a memory cell with redstone, and it has a power value of 15. You cannot see that because it's behind my head, but it's a power value of 15. I'll just place some lamps so you can see that too. So all these are going to be on because it's power level 15. And since these comparators are going into each other, it is retaining that value. But the second I put one subtract mode, and I subtract 1 from it, which I actually did with a chest here, with one singular item in it. Let's put this in there first. Now it slowly starts decreasing, because every time the redstone goes around, so it's like 2 redstone ticks, it's subtracting 1, because we have a value of 1 being subtracted from whatever this is. So like starts at 15, minus 1 is 14, and goes back around. This is 14 now, minus 1 is 13. Yeah, it's happening, and it's decreasing this redstone cell. So I kind of use that as a timer. So right when that redstone signal comes in, it quickly sets the timer to 15 right away, and then it instantly starts decreasing. And then right when the redstone signal stops, it cuts that connection, stops decreasing. This is what it is. So with that logic, originally, the longer the redstone signal was on for, the shorter the number it was, as we saw here, because essentially it's this how long this comparator right here is on for. So it's on longer amount of time, makes it shorter. I did a quick inverse of that. So I have this outputting into a circuit that has power 15. So 15, which is the maximum, minus 3 here is 12. So now, yeah, I'll show you that same thing again with this inversed. Once I reset it to full, the redstone signal comes in, turns it on, and when it's done, it stops the timer counting up. So, yeah, like I said, it was a very big, ugly circuit. I don't have it anymore. I wish I did. But this is V2 when I crammed everything together. So we can just watch this in effect if we want. Yeah, so I placed down that redstone torch and broke it. That gave it a level 4. If I do a little bit longer and break it, it's level 8. We can do even longer. Level 13. So yeah, based on how fast the signal goes in and stops, that's how big the output signal is going to be. So yeah, here it is again. If you want to build it, here it is, a top-down view. This chest has 1 single item in it. So that's that. It's also 1 block tall, so I had carpet on top of it, and it makes it look really slick if you want to hide all the redstone and just have these modules in a way. They kind of look like chips, like computer chips, which I like. And then I made the complete opposite of this. It's a transmitter that, based on the signal coming in, it starts a timer for that length that will correspond to whatever it needs to be sent over. So hit 7, it starts up a timer of its own to output that 4. It got to a point where I was getting really confused over what even I was doing. Like, debugging this was terrible because there's some issues. Originally, I had an issue where it could only output like 2 to 14, and I had no idea what I was doing wrong. And I figured it out. And I can't even tell you what it was. It was just like something really stupid. I think it was like a timing issue, actually. This redstone repeater with this delay, I think, is what fixed one of those problems. But yeah, goes in, resets this timer by doing some redstone trickery, and then instantly starts it. As it counts down, it outputs the inverse of that, only when the signal's done. And yeah, so yeah, it works over long distances because of that. It's just timing based. As long as the redstone torches or redstone repeaters are just like 1 tick and nothing is extending or decreasing the pulse time. So this is what I originally was trying to do. I was trying to make a minecart control system, and I just wanted like buttons that you could select a number like 1 through 15, and it would activate certain parts of the track. So before I actually had a decoder in mind, I actually had a plan for just detecting just a specific signal length. So on this book here, I have ranges from 1 to 15. Since I have it set to 10, this receiver here will listen for signal 10, and if it gets signal 10, it turns on this light. This one will be signal 11. That one's 4, 2. So 10, 11, 4, and 2. Let's go over to our control center again. Okay, so let's start with 10. So we hit 10. It gets transmitted over this line really fast. And yep, it picked up here. And look at that, this light's on because it had this listener on. So here's a schematic for this. You want to take a look at that. Also go over back to the transmitter real quick too. So yeah, 10 was on. Here's the transmitter for you. There you go. So 11 was the next one. I hit 11, we go over here. There we go, we just watched it turn on. And then 4 and 2 will be pretty quick because they're shorter signals. Let's start with 4. Oh yeah, it's on already. Yeah, 4. And yeah, 2 works too. I don't have to show you again. But yeah, that was transmitting an analog signal over a single line for long distances. And I also tried some other stuff here. So I tried this trick with tripwire and repeaters, or not repeaters, armor stands. And basically I tried to see if I could get it longer distances, faster. But I guess, I don't know if it's something like a directional glitch, but this one piston right here, or one of these actually kept kicking off the stupid armor stand. It looks like they're all starting to do that. But yeah, it like the transportation way of redstone signal doesn't matter as long as it's like the timing isn't messed up. So like this can translate to pistons pushing like a bunch of slime blocks and redstone blocks, whatever. As long as the timing is like the same and doesn't get changed, it will work totally fine when it hits a receiver. So yes, and there's one more optimization I can make for this thing. I'm really happy with the size. I really, really am. But the thing is the speed. So it's not horrible, literally. Like for my use, for the minecart station, I'm only gonna have like 5 different tracks, so 5. It's like literally as long as a button press. But, you know, 15 is a little bit longer. But that comes down to how fast this timer is decreasing. So as you saw, if we reset it, like look how long it takes to decrease it when we are subtracting 1 at a time. Yeah, so ideally I wanted to make that faster, because that's 2 redstone ticks. I wanted to see if I could get into 1, but there's no way to connect a comparator like... Well, there might be, I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't know of a way to connect a comparator to itself without losing 1 redstone dust signal in between. And all like memory cell builds I've looked up, like we're also using at least 2 comparators. So I took to a method where it did some weird stuff with an observer, and it like offset one. It was like subtracting 2 at a time from one redstone memory cell, and it was like 1 on each side. But then I had to offset one by 1 redstone tick with an observer, so like they'd just be like I don't know how to explain it, but a really fast decrease, and you can kind of see, yeah. I'm just dealing with how to actually capture that. So I got it with pistons. Like, you'll see right when the redstone signal goes in, they all come up, and they all start falling down really fast. Up, down, boom. Yeah. So that was like half the time as it took to fill up this bar or drain this bar. Like, that's what this is representing. It's just getting that to output cleanly, because that's actually going faster than this line that outputs it in the lossless form. So there you go. That was that. Yeah. So this one's a lot faster, but it's a lot bulkier and is very inconsistent. I'm sure debugging it's going to be hell as well. But that's double the speed, which is a work in progress. I'd love to see something that's double the speed as this while having the same profile and kind of taking up literally just this space. But this is pretty good for, like, if you're already transmitting something long like this. I think this distance is probably where, like, it's, like, you're going to save so much resources and time, and it's going to be faster. It's gonna reach a point where it's faster, even if like a signal of 15 takes a long time. Like, it will get a point, because it's like, what is it, like a 15:1 compression ratio? That's just like head math. I don't know. I could do like one. Okay, hang on. There's like 15 dust here, and 1 redstone tick. It's like 1, 2. Oh, so it's like 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe it's like a 4 to 5 times compression. I don't know. But yeah, this is good for a single line, taking an analog signal very long distance, just by a simple transmitter and a receiver, and it's like a fancy version of Morse code. So yeah, thank you all for watching this Yap Sesh, and something that somebody probably else has already done. But yeah, I will see you guys later.